Good afternoon, Merrimack Elementary School. Hope everybody's had a great day. I know today has been a quiet day here at school as all the students are off today, as the teachers are getting ready for parent-teacher conferences over the weekend or over next week. So we're looking forward to having that opportunity to kind of talk to everybody about about their kids and all the great things they've been able to do this year. So we're looking forward to that as everybody's working hard to get ready for some of that today and getting some of those materials together. It is a little quieter here without the kids, and we hope you guys are enjoying that extra day and getting to spend some great time with your kids on it's nice and cool outside at least. It's a little bit overcast, but it's nice and cool. So hopefully you guys are ready for a great weekend. I also wanted to just give a couple of quick pieces of information. One, I don't know if you guys have noticed that the district sends out a newsletter also. So I would want to encourage everybody to check that out. And as they're sending out that newsletter, it's really highlighting a lot of the things that are going on with our strategic plan, which also helps lead us back to our profile of a graduate that I know I've talked about before. But it's really, I know I'm going to probably continue to talk about it as that really is got to be the centerpiece of what we're working on. And so the things that are in that profile of a graduate are really those skills that we know that in a changing world that our kids really are going to need in order to be successful, both in school and in life. And so it's really finding that mixture of how do we take those academic skills and make those a solid foundation that we're then building upon. And so it's how are we helping kids understand and becoming more self-aware, be problem solvers to help them learn to collaborate, to be critical thinkers, to be able to be global citizens and be able to work with people from around the world who may be very different from them, but they can learn to appreciate and learn to work with and learn to make a difference. Learning to be empathetic. It's about those skills that really are what set people apart and help people be those who are really looking to move us forward as a society and those who are really looking to contribute and make the world a better place. So here at Merrimack, we continue to talk about that. We continue to see that as a centerpiece of our success and the centerpiece of what we're doing. So we have that solid academic foundation that is still at the core of all that we do, but we also are looking for ways that we can build off that and help kids see that it's not just about learning, say for example in first grade, where they're not just learning about the position of the sun in the sky, but how they might be able to use that to help solve problems. And some of that's using it to be inquiry based and thinking about how if Mr. Fisher were to lose all of his calendars, how would we ever know whose birthday is when, and how we can look at some of those things that science teaches us to help solve those problems. And so we're doing work like that with second graders or with first graders. It's second grade students who are learning to design towns and the important parts of their own communities and what kinds of things need to be included when we're thinking about all the important aspects of community. It's third graders building passion projects and getting to know each other better and looking at different ways they can contribute, or fourth graders who are looking at service learning and different ways that they're able to build products and make a difference in the world, and including some of our fifth graders really digging into identity and how what makes them stand out and their own unique strengths and how they can contribute. So it's how do we do that? It's taking and building on our curriculum in ways that really help to push our students forward and help them to grow in ways that maybe we haven't always looked at. And so those are skills that our students all are going to need. And those are the things that are mentioned in all of our profile of a graduate that I would highly encourage everyone to continue to look at and look more deeply into, because there's some great things in there that we're really looking and believing that keeps us as a school on the cutting edge of all that is going on and making sure we're doing all that we can do for our kids. Finally, and this is very much different than some of the last pieces that, like I was just talking about. This is more of a nuts and bolts thing, but it's exciting because it's about some of the traditions that we have here that makes this community so special here at Merrimack, and that is our Halloween parade. So over the weekend, you'll be getting an email from me either over the weekend or Monday that kind of has some of the guidelines in it about what to expect for the Halloween festivities that are coming up. Some of the key things are, yes, the students are going to be able to participate in the parade that we've had, like we have had in the past, and they will be able to wear costumes. But as we always had, we're going to ask that they do not wear any of the full, like any Halloween masks, any costume masks. So they can wear the regular cloth masks that we wear each and every day, all day. They're still going to be required to wear those, but we are not looking. We will not have any or any masks that go along with costumes. We also are asking that students do not paint their entire faces. With smaller kids and different things, kids whose faces are completely painted and things like that can cause some disruption, as well as, it can scare some of our younger friends, but it also causes issues throughout the day with face paint getting on other things, running and having issues with the face paint. So it's better if it's just none or even just very minimal, especially when they're wearing cloth masks over the bottom part of their faces throughout the day. There may not be much to paint on. So I know in the past, there may have been some cat whiskers or things like that that wouldn't necessarily show up with the mask. So we want to make sure they are wearing those. We will continue to make sure they stay in their cohorts. So we will be sending the kids through and around the parade route, which goes down South Central, over down Davis, and then back down Merrimack. We will be sending them down there in their cohorts. So as the grade levels go, we'll put a space in between each grade level as they begin to go. We'll start with our kindergartners and work our way up to fifth grade. We are asking for anyone that's looking to come and observe the parade, please do not stand near the middle of the road. Let's make sure we're giving the kids plenty of distance to come by. So if you can be on the sidewalks or off to the side of the street and make sure there's plenty of distance for the kids as they go through, that would be great. We're also going to still strongly encourage everyone to wear a mask, as we want to make sure we're doing our part to keep the community safe. And finally, as part of this, we're also asking everybody not gather in front of the building, so that as we come up to the building, we will be able to have access to the sidewalks and things in front of the building so we can get the kids in a place that is still socially distanced and safe. So again, I'll send out all these guidelines as we get ready for that event that's coming up soon. We're excited about that. We're really excited to get to have that opportunity to have our Halloween parade and be able to bring back some of those traditions. But it is important that we make the necessary accommodations so we can work to help keep our community safe and do all that we can do. So it was a little longer message than normal, but I hope you guys have all had a great week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all soon.